Welcome to our special World Cup corner. France wobbled in their final group match against Ecuador, but nonetheless qualified for the last 16, top out of Group E, and will avoid Argentina in the next round. The Albiceleste, led by star player Lionel Messi, meanwhile improved in their final group fixture against the Super Eagles of Nigeria. So France locked down top spot in Group E with a goalless stalemate against the 10-man Ecuador at the Maracana Stadium in Rio. There was little pressure on Didier Deschamps' men, who were all but assured a place in the second round after two earlier victories. Both sides came close to breaking the deadlock, but the winner failed to materialize as France booked a last 16 showdown with Nigeria. Switzerland grabbed the second berth into the last 16 following their 3-0 win over the group's whipping boys, Honduras. Xherdan Shaqiri proved to be the hero of the night as the Bayern Munich player hit a superb hat-trick in Manaus. The victory has now set up a thrilling second-round tie with one of the tournament favourites, Argentina, in Sao Paulo on Tuesday. Ecuador, meanwhile, become the only one of the 6 South American sides not to progress. Lionel Messi helped fire Argentina to victory, but Nigeria were celebrating as they qualified for the last 16 of the World Cup for the first time since France 1998, despite losing their final Group F match 3-2. Although the Super Eagles scored twice through Ahmed Musa, they were undone by a Messi double and a 50th-minute Marcos Rojo goal. Nigeria still became the first African side to qualify so far this edition when their principal group rivals Iran suffered a 3-1 loss against Bosnia-Herzegovina. Dzeko, Pjanic and Vasevic all hit the mark in Salvador, making sure the World Cup debutants go home with at least one win in their suitcase. Iran, meanwhile, finished bottom of the pile. Algeria are just 90 minutes away from history and reaching the knockout stages for the first time. The Desert Warriors need to avoid defeat against Russia, who are also looking to make history in reaching the last 16. Germany play the United States in Group G's final match. USA coach Jürgen Klinsmann takes on his former Germany assistant coach Joachim Löw, who is now at the helm of Die Mannschaft. A draw for Germany and the USA in Recife will see both teams advance to the last 16. Both coaches have had to fend off questions of a possible gentleman's agreement, but have sharply rejected any suggestions of a deal to offer up safe passage. Löw has a fully fit squad after defender Jerome Boateng and midfielder Sami Khedira recovered from the knocks they picked up against Ghana. Klinsmann, however, will still be without striker Jozy Altidore as he recovers from a hamstring strain. Against Portugal, Klinsmann responded by inserting Graham Zusi into the midfield, whilst leaving veteran striker Clint Dempsey all alone up front to do the damage. It's a system Klinsmann is expected to stick with for their final group match. There are a few permutations, but simply put, a draw between USA and Germany will send Ghana and Portugal home, whatever the result in Brasilia. Well, both Algeria and Russia are hunting a maiden appearance in the last 16 of the World Cup, but as Belgium have already qualified, there's only one spot left up for grabs. The North Africans will be full of confidence after their 4-2 win over South Korea last time out. Coach Vahid Halilhodžić has no injury nor suspension concerns and is expected to field an identical team from 5 days ago. Russia need to win this one to have a chance. Boss Fabio Capello could be without Dinamo Moscow right-back Alexei Kozlov, who suffered a knock in the Belgium defeat. Striker Alexander Kerzakov is 1 goal away from being Russia's all-time top scorer. And what better game to do it in than a do-or-die World Cup fixture? A win for Algeria and they're through. Russia need a little help as they need to win and hope Belgium beat South Korea, who haven't won a match so far. Being eliminated at the group stage for a second consecutive time hit Italy like an earthquake. As a result of this failure, coach Cesare Prandelli handed in his resignation. He wasn't the only one. Frenchman Sabri Lamouchi followed suit after the Côte d'Ivoire's early exit. His country demanded a 5th World Cup title. Instead, it was the early exit door once again. The final straw was the 1-0 defeat by Uruguay, which sealed their fate. Prandelli was not the only man to fall on his sword, as Italian Federation President Giancarlo Abete also stepped down. 42-year-old former France international Lamouchi also quit his role as coach of the Côte d'Ivoire after the Elephants lost 2-1 in the dying seconds to Greece in their final Group C game, leaving the African side eliminated. Lamouchi's contract did, however, run out at the end of the tournament. Another coach to fall by the wayside is Japan's Italian boss Alberto Zaccheroni, who vacated his position after his side also failed to qualify for the knockout stages. Luis Suarez biting Italian Giorgio Chiellini has been a major talking point recently at the World Cup. It's not the first time the prolific goalscorer has acted out like this. FIFA confirmed that it will review the case and give a ruling before Uruguay's next match on Saturday against Colombia in the last 16.
The disciplinary committee understands the urgency of the matter, is working to get all and assess all elements in order to make a decision as early as possible, particularly given the fact that Uruguay is still in the tournament.
Well, that was FIFA's head of media outlining the body's course of action in response to Suarez's alleged biting of Italy's Giorgio Chiellini during Uruguay's 1-0 win on Tuesday. If found guilty, Suarez, who has twice before been punished for similar offences, could be facing a maximum ban of 24 matches or 2 years. It's time for the Euronews sports team's predictions. We might be wrong, but we'll have a go anyway. Send us your predictions and comments via the social networks using hashtag #TheCornerScores. Well, here they are. We see Portugal beating Ghana 2-1, but predict it won't be enough as we believe the USA and Germany will draw and both progress to the last 16. We predict that Algeria and Russia will share the spoils at 1-1 and Belgium to comfortably beat South Korea 3-1, meaning we feel Algeria will join Belgium in the next phase. That's it for today's edition of our World Cup Corner, but join us again tomorrow for another look at what's happening in Brazil.